Who decides what counts as a university? Medieval Europe formalized institutions such as Bologna through legal charters and corporate structures. Those definitions later shaped global accreditation systems. But other traditions of scholarship existed long before these frameworks. This research mini-series examines how institutional definitions shaped the global history of higher learning. When historians describe Bologna as the oldest university in continuous operation, they are not simply referring to teaching activity. They are referring to a specific institutional form. In late 11th century Europe, Bologna emerged as a universitas. It meant a legally recognized corporate body composed of masters and students. That word did not originally mean a campus. This corporate structure mattered. It meant the institution possessed collective legal personality. It could negotiate privileges. It could receive charters from secular or ecclesiastical authority. It could standardize curriculum. It could formally grant degrees recognized across jurisdictions. The degree was not just proof of study, it was a legal credential. That legal incorporation created portability. A scholar trained in Bologna could carry recognized authority elsewhere because the institution itself had juridical standing. Over time, this model became normative across Europe. Paris, Oxford. Other institutions adopted variations of the same corporate structure. Centuries later, when modern accreditation systems and global university rankings developed, they inherited that structural definition. Continuous corporate existence became central. Degree-granting authority became central. Charter recognition became central. The result is this: institutions that evolved through different civilizational logics, such as mosque-based teaching networks or manuscript transmission circles, do not always fit neatly into the corporate template. Recognition therefore follows structure. Structure is not neutral. In Part 2, we examine institutions that operated under different institutional logics. Ask whether legal incorporation is the only valid measure of higher learning. Al-Azhar in Cairo has taught scholars for more than 1,000 years, yet it was never organized as a European-style corporate university. Instead, authority developed through recognized teachers, manuscript transmission, and scholarly lineages. Students traveled between scholars, copying texts and studying disciplines such as law, theology, and astronomy. Legitimacy came from intellectual reputation, rather than legal incorporation. This structure shaped learning across North Africa and the wider Islamic world. But institutions built on scholarly networks do not always fit the later European corporate university template. That difference matters, because modern accreditation systems inherited the corporate model that emerged in medieval Europe. In Part 3, we examine how that template reshaped global definitions of higher education. Definitions shape recognition. When modern university rankings and accreditation systems developed, they inherited the corporate university model that emerged in medieval Europe. Continuous legal existence, charter recognition, and degree-granting authority became the defining criteria. Institutions that evolved through other educational traditions did not always fit that structure. This does not mean scholarship did not exist. It means recognition followed a particular institutional template. Educational history is therefore shaped not only by knowledge itself, but by how institutions are defined.